So I have two studio lights. This is one, and on the other side is the other one. Between them you can see camera on a tripod. Here is the camera. So if you see here, I have power continuously supplied to the camera so that I don't have to mess with the batteries. Then on the other side of the camera, I have a focus outlet. So if you see here, this top outlet is for the focus. So when I'm sitting at my chair, I can use this little button, that this wire I'm holding. I can then work with this button to focus on myself. Here, this thing has a button on it. And I also have a video out or HDMI out from the camera, which is continuously being fed into the TV. So I have a TV in front of me that you would see in a few minutes. So here, if you see this lower cable on the camera is actually an HDMI out. This HDMI out goes to a splitter, HDMI splitter. I'm going to show it to you from the other side. So here, so this splitter sends one output to the TV so I can see what I'm broadcasting, and the other output is fed into the computer like a webcam. So I'll show that to you in a second. So here, this is the other output that is coming up to the desk, and there is a cam link. It's a small device, cam link. This device converts the HDMI out into a webcam input for Mac. And the delay sometimes that you see of a couple of seconds is because of this. So here it is now injected into the Mac. So this essentially, this Canon DSLR becomes a webcam. And then here is my mic and the drawing tablet that I use to teach. This is a Yeti mic. And so now here is the camera in front of me. Below the camera is the TV. And I'll show you when I turn it on. So this is the camera. It is a Nikon 750. So now let's work. Let's make a coffee, and we're going to make a quick lecture here. So get your coffee. Take a nice sip. So now you're seeing my computer screen. What I do is everything that Cool Beans recommend, I put them here as the audience suggestions. So over there I go and decide a topic. So as you would see in a second, that I would open this topic. For example, this is by Dr. Farid Jalali. He talked about platelet activating an immune complex identified in critically ill COVID. So he tweeted that. So I am now looking at that link. I'm going to highlight the areas. Imagine this is the lecture I'm going to do. So I'm going to highlight the area. So I'm going to read it. I would read a number of other references. I would go read textbooks. And this is a quick summary of what I'll do. So as I'm reading, I will highlight the areas that are of interest or should be drawn to explain. If I read and I do not highlight, then I forget what was written where. So as I'm reading, I continue to highlight. So once I've highlighted and the material is ready, then I'll go to Mischief. So the program name that I use is called Made with Mischief. It was a $25 program when I bought it. The company has since been sold out and they have discontinued this product. Still, you can find the license on Reddit. If you just search on Reddit, Mischief license, you can get the license from there. So once I have done my work, then I go to Mischief and I start. So you've seen that tablet that I showed you before. So imagine now you are seeing the screen side of the tablet. So I'm here at the tablet and I'm drawing the lecture. So this is what I do from anywhere 2-3 p.m. to 6 p.m. that I write it down, I draw these things, the concepts, Sometimes I have to rearrange them, so I probably do a mind map like thing before, but once I know the flow and the images that I want to draw, I would then draw them here. So this is my attempt at making some cute platelets. And what happens is sometimes I actually have to draw multiple times, and then I have to erase it and then redraw it or move the content here and there. So there is a lot that goes on for producing this visual part of it. Sometimes I make something visual and then I feel it doesn't really convey what I'm trying to say. Then I erase it and redo it. But once I'm happy, then, for example, here I've made some platelets and this is an antibody, and I'll make the immune complexes attached to it. So now this is an antigen attached to an antibody, that is called an immune complex. So I would make these things. And this is the part that you're watching live when I'm working on it. And finally, once the lecture is done, turn the lights on. So the lecture preparation is done. Now I'm going to go live. So I've turned the lights on. Then what I do is I go to camera and I put the camera in a continuous HDMI output. Camera is not recording, it is just giving direct output to the computer, and through the computer I'm directly broadcasting it. So it's not being recorded anywhere. So the broadcast systems, for example YouTube or Facebook, would record it. Plus I use StreamYard. So look at that, I have the TV on now and I can see myself, that what is in the camera. I have the mic here. Here is the, so I use an online system called StreamYard. I use their paid version. So here I'm at StreamYard now and I'm going to start my broadcast. So lights are ready, camera is ready, there is a camera output, Yeti mic is attached. So I would decide which social media channels I want to broadcast to, and once I've done that, I'm now starting the broadcast. So this is what you see when you're waiting for me. I have started the broadcast, but I have not gone live. That allows the social media to give you notifications that this broadcast is about to come live. And then when the time comes, I go to the top right button that I'm clicking now, and here I'm just going to say record. In the usual case, I would play that as go live and I would be live. And then I would share my screen as I'm doing it here, and you would then see this, and we would start studying using these these images that I've made. So this is the basic idea. Now we are on air. And finally what would happen is, once we are done, once I say bye, like, subscribe and share like messages, then what I'll do is I'll go back to StreamYard. Over there there'll be a button that would say go offline. So I'll go offline, I'll turn the lights off, and that's it. There is some post-processing. For example, I'll go into YouTube and I'll provide the tags, and I'll put the video in the right video playlist. I will turn the monetization on. I will add cards and so on. So there is a bunch of post-processing as well, but this is the basic process. And thank you very much for watching this.